Welcome to our RC Best Reviews channel. Today we bring you FS-i6X radio from Flysky that was sent to us by Gearbest. This radio is successor of the Flysky i6, that is a very popular radio that Flysky have. This radio, it comes with a lot of ready-to-fly modules, and it can only have 6 channels. The new one, the i6X, you can have 10 channels depending on the receiver that you have. You also, one of the advantages this radio has S-Bus that permits you to connect to more flight controllers. This radio is a very simple to work one. It has a bright display compared with the old one that you can see over here. I don't know if you really can tell the difference, but it's more bright, the new one. The radio have the normal gimbals. This radio have 4 switches, 3 2 positions and 1 3 positions, and 2 auxiliary dials that you can use. The menus of this radio you can access by pressing OK. Here you can have the system menu and function setup. Entering system setup, you can choose your model, change your model name or type of the model you want. Also you can copy or reset your model. Here you can choose your receiver setup and also choose how many channels you want to use. Over here I have the 10 channels that I use to test. I changed it to test. You can change 10 channels, and to make the changes okay, you have to press cancel to save your changes. Okay, let's see what we have in a receiver setup. You can choose the RF standard because this radio have telemetry, so you can have on the radio the battery, the speed, temperature or voltage of your quad. You also can define the levels of battery that you want to your transmitter. Gives you a warning of if the battery is running low. You can define channels you want to use for failsafe and what value do you want they get when the signal is lost. So if, for example, if you have throttle at middle, when you lose signal, automatically the signal goes to 0 and your quad falls or land depending on position that it is. You also can see what sensors you have connected and choose what sensors you want to display on main display of this radio. Over here you can choose what kind of exit you want on your receiver. The i6 only had the PWM and PPM or iBus. This one on analog outputs it have PWM, PPM or serial iBus or S-Bus. On the functions menu you can configure the setup of the radio transmitter. You can change reverse or revert channels. You can adjust endpoints. You can see the values of your channels. You can map the auxiliary channels as you want. As you can see, you can choose 10 channels. You can also trim your channels here. You can adjust rate and ESPO and throttle curve. One function that is important on some controllers is mix, because like IPM or PixWalk you have 6 flight modes that you have to assign two switches, because if you have two positions, you only can have two flight modes. If you have three positions, you only can have three flight modes. If you combine these two positions and three positions, you can have on this position 1, 2, 3, and if you change to this, you can have 4, 5, 6. This mix is very useful. You can also do more configurations that is normal on this kind of radios. The receiver that comes with this radio, you can choose from Gearbest the X6B receiver or FE or the receiver IA10B. This one particularly have detachable antennas and have the three protocols: PWM 6 channels, PPM 8 channels, and IBus 18 channels. On the back side it also have a port so you can connect directly the battery of your quad, so you by telemetry have on radio that information. I will show to you how you can bind this receiver. These cables, it came with the receiver with the wires appropriate to each channel. Now I will show you the binding procedure of this receiver. To do this, you have to press bind key and power on the radio, and it is in receiver binding. On receiver you have to press the bind button and power on the receiver. Is blinking and RX binding OK. Right now is binded, and you can see over here that he has the internal battery of the transmitter, the internal battery of the receiver, and external V2 battery of your receiver that I don't have connected, and I can connect with one of these leads. So I can have the battery of the quads. The conclusion of this review is that this radio is a very best radio for everyone that wants to start on this hobby, because it offers a lot of functions and a nice price. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please comment below so we can improve our videos. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the like or dislike button so we can have the idea that you are liking or not of our review, so we can improve. I hope we can have better reviews and better products to use, because for that we need your support. Thanks.